The German city of Dresden is marking 72 years since the destructive fire bombing by Allied forces during the Second World War. The anniversary has caused political tension in the city, with neo-Nazi groups using it as an opportunity to march through the streets and counter-demonstrators turning out to oppose them.
Remembering Dresden's past. The city's mayor lays a flower at a memorial for the victims of the Allied bombing in World War II. 72 years after the war, there are fewer and fewer people who lived through it and remember it. February 13th, 1945. 3 months before the end of the war, Britain and the US launched a massive bomb attack on Dresden. In just 15 minutes, 3/4 of Dresden's historic centre was destroyed. The city only had a few air raid shelters. Over 2 days of bombing, an estimated 25,000 people were killed, mostly civilians. For some, the question still lingers. Did so many people have to die? Was the bombing of Dresden, a transport hub and weapons depot, justified? The far right has often used Dresden's wartime destruction to advance their own political agenda. Over the weekend, hundreds of neo-Nazis marched through the city in what they called a mourning procession to mark the bombing's anniversary. Around 1,000 counter-demonstrators also turned up. And something else has been creating a stir in Dresden: art. This installation of symbolic graves, right in front of the famous Semper Opera House. These 90 pictures represent the thousands of people from North Africa who have drowned trying to cross the Mediterranean to reach Europe. The display has provoked mixed reactions from locals.
At a time when we're remembering Dresden's past, the destruction of our city, these things show up. For many Dresdeners, this is unthinkable.
I like the exhibition because here in Dresden there's been a lot of hostility towards refugees. I think it's wonderful that Dresden is showing the art at the same time as the bombing anniversary. 72 years on, the bombing of Dresden is still a sensitive topic for many here. And the dispute continues over how the city's past should be remembered.